Hey guys, thanks for checking out the video. Today I'm going to go through the 10 reasons why Anchor me quit Empires and Puzzles and why you should too. I'm going to discuss everything, all the ins and outs, so you're going to have a very clear picture as to why I've completely stepped away from the game. I know you might be saying, Anchor, I thought you quit the game. No, literally I deactivated the account. I can never recover it. It's all gone. Everything that I've invested, and I probably spent $20,000 to $25,000 into this game, and the account is completely removed. So I'm going to go through the 10 reasons why I quit and why you should consider and do it yourself too. The first reason on my list is what I call the bait and switch. We had this major issue that happened in 2020. They released very strong characters, Teleria, as well as Vila. The characters came out, and what was really awesome about these characters is that these were heroes of the month. So it was the first time that they actually released legitimate characters that you didn't have to go spend a whole card's worth of payments to obtain a hero in a stupid game, and you were able to have a strong character that did really well. People were a little bit consumed by the fact that there was Teleria, Vila, it was a tank with the support character around it, worked really well. The problem that they did is that when it was in beta, we told Empires and Puzzles these characters are really strong. They didn't care. They released the characters, and when they came out, everybody got it. Well, Small Giant decided that they made enough money on this, so now let's go ahead and nerf them back. And the problem with this is that this continued to be a trend that they kept doing. And in fact, there was like a petition, you can see it here, to where people were trying to advocate law going after them. I myself personally talked to a lawyer, you can see the screenshot here, where I was genuinely concerned about this because it was impairing my business. So like at this point, I had literally created an LLC to create content for you guys. I gone through a whole bunch of stuff, and for them to just completely nuke my whole audience by pissing them off so much by this, I consider legal action against them. And then what was crazy is that they learned this new tool that they could just put characters into beta, make them super strong, set them out, have you go and buy them, and then say, just kidding, these are too strong. After we told them all in beta, they're too strong. So they learned this tactic to go ahead and extract money out of people. And that was really what I think really pissed off a lot of people.
I think we got greedy. I got greedy.
Second reason, this one was a big one, and it was the aethers. The second iteration of the aethers being able to bring it to level 90 was the death of me, because you pair that up with the bait and switch tactic that they did in 1. So now you obtain the characters, they're super hard to develop, you use all your resources to use it, you didn't have any way to return your aethers. So then when they brought it to level 90, you've invested so much time, energy, money, and effort to go and have them nerfed, and they had no recourse for it. They had no system in place to retain your aethers back. That was a change that I guess they changed like 6 months later after I had already deleted the account, but that was like the big thing for me. The third main reason was the motivation for this game is always to suck as much money out of you as possible. That's it. That's all they care about. They just want to take more money. They extract money. I think now they're over like 928 different heroes in the game, and like 80% of them are 5 stars with a 1% chance of pulling that. So you can't even collect them at a reasonable rate. Thank God they released the Soul Exchange to where you have some opportunities to get some stuff, but they purposely would leave characters out, and they would wait till they've been out in influx for the last like 2 or 3 years before they even enter into the Soul Exchange. So there was no real viable way to obtain good heroes, and they made that abundantly clear that their goal was just to create 5 stars, extract as much money as possible. That's it.
What a jerk.
The fourth reason was that it's funny because these were all individual reasons. I had to break them all down, so I want to make this video pretty condensed. The wars, the titans, the tournaments, and the raids, those all pretty much all stayed the same. Like there's nothing crazy that really changed with that. Sometimes they have like the little events that come out and stuff like that. They're only out once like twice a year that come out that you really invigorate your whole team to come together. But besides that, the day-to-day type monthly structure of stuff, they haven't really changed the war titans or tournaments or raids. That's all pretty much stay the same. Even like tournament rules, those haven't really changed. The raid combinations, they could have changed war to where they made it 4 stars only or 3 stars only, like literally anything. They just failed to do any quality of life updates to this game.
What a bummer, man.
Obviously, you can see with them releasing 900 plus heroes, and they don't care about the basic things of why people log into the game. It's so abundantly clear that all they're doing is just extracting money. They know you're going to show up. They love feeding into that crave of just, rolling the dice and getting a 1% odds of getting something. Number 5 on this is doing the campaign in this game is, again, completely pointless. There's so many other games that you actually play the campaign. There's a reason for it. The resources that you get out of it actually help progress you and help you out in a major way. Currently, right now, the tournament system, the raid system is pointless. You're just essentially maybe getting some extra coins to where you can do some free draws. Number 6, the base hasn't changed in 7 years. I look at where the base is at. I logged into the game, and the only thing I saw was pretty much side offers. I guess they're planning on releasing this new Dragons update, which I don't know how much that's going to impact your base. But again, taking 7 years to really even invent the base or do anything really substantially different. No, like you even have your resources. Like if you don't collect your ham quick enough, you're filling your ham, and everything costs so much ham. You look at your inventory space, they haven't fixed that to where they're releasing 900 characters, but to even get, like, I looked at it, it was like 900 gems to get 5 extra slots for my heroes. Like, how have you not adjusted that to match the amount of heroes? Like, for me, it seems like very basic things that you should fix to keep your player base happy, but still keep them invested in the game.
Not that hard.
You're not even expanding really the hero count on it. It's just stupid stuff like that, like quality of life stuff that they just completely put to the back burner because they know they've tricked us into just going and doing summoning rules. That's it. Number 7 on my list is that there's no way a new player can ever catch up in this game. You're never going to really be able to download this game and get caught up unless you spend probably $30,000-$40,000, and even still you're gonna have to wait 2 years to do that because there's only selective times that a character will come out that is relevant in that time. You're not gonna be able to catch up. It's just not gonna happen. So they have completely nerfed the ability to acquire new paying customers because they're so far behind when they start. There's no real creative or incentive ways to get somebody caught up. Number 8, this one may be a little bit personal, but there's no support for the content creators. I've faced this. It's probably been something I've complained about, and it's really sad because I've watched other games, how much they care about their content creators, the efforts that they do, the input that they take in with that. They're trying to balance, the needs of understanding that this is a business, but also understanding that content needs to be made. When you make more content, people spend more money because they're engaged in the content. They want to play the content because they see the content creators making content. I want you guys to think to yourself, who is the top content creator in Empires and Puzzles? I haven't been playing for a year. I think Old Cynic is the one who makes content to where you can actually read it. He's probably the only one that's really keeping up to date on stuff. There's some stuff in beta, but as far as YouTube content creators, I know Lion Roar is pretty much only doing Hero of the Month just to stay active. He's playing other games. Like, all of the people that used to make content don't make content for this game, and there's a reason for that. Number 9 on this list is 5-star troops are a slap in the face. I don't know how you guys still play this. Like, how can they release 5-star troops, make you go and now level up all these other troops to make it so that your druids and other characters could potentially benefit from this 5-star troop, and you have to restart by doing all this, all the resources you're putting into it. Now you got to level up them all. Like, I looked at my troops and I had like two maxed out troops. That was it. I've been playing forever. Like, unless you're going to spend a whole bunch of resources, a whole bunch of ham, whole bunch of all this stuff that honestly should be given to you for free, because your ham output should be reaching the level of what you need. We have the same ham output from like the last 4 years, and you're not going to release that or change that or update that. And now you've got these 5-star troops. So you got to go again. You got to stay relevant because you're putting this up, and I don't know how you guys stayed. That would have been huge for me. And I'll tell you guys, if you guys are wondering, like, what am I doing? I'm actually going to be playing Raid Shadow Legends. You guys can check that out. I've got a QR code that you can go. I'm still making content. I'm still going to be live streaming. It would probably be beneficial for you to be like, oh, okay, like, what is the other game that Anchor is playing? And I'll tell you, Raid Shadow Legends is pretty much one of the biggest reasons why I was able to ever make content for Empires and Puzzles. Because again, going back to, they care nothing about content creators. Let me tell you, they're the reason why. So because I was able to do that, they went ahead, they recruited me. All my content now is going to be going towards Raid Shadow Legends. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop playing games. I'm still going to be making live streams. I really hope that you stick around and watch the content. Number 10 on this list is this one is going to sting a little bit, and I know it. If the only reason you still play Empires and Puzzles is because of the people, it might be time to quit. Your whole thing is playing a video game, you're trying to have fun and everything like that, and the only reason why you're spending money doing all these roles is so you can stay active in Alliance to chat with people in the chat room or in the line group. Like, that's your motivation to playing a game? I'm sorry, but like, guys, we got to get beyond that. Like, the community level, and I get that. I think that that's important. That's an important part, but there is thousands of games that have the same type of support system to where you can meet and interact with really cool people, but also have an awesome game to play with it as well too. But if your motivation is that you've spent money in this game, you've spent too much already, and you like talking to the people, but you know the game kind of sucks, you should probably quit the game. I'm just saying. So guys, like I said, these are my reasons. Don't get mad at me. It is what it is. This is why I'm no longer playing the game. I've deactivated it. It's no longer coming back. I really appreciate all the support. I hope you guys stick around, hang out with the journey, watch the other games that I'm playing, because this is not the end of Anchor. It never was meant to be the end of Anchor. I just couldn't resonate making content for a game that just hates the player base as much as this one does. Hope I see you on the next game.